We'll do a quick recap. Essentially, you guys went through a series of gates that were giving you guys a bunch of hassles trying to get through gates and traps and locked doors and so on.
That was ridiculous.
You crept into the lair of a Gorgamera, a Gorgon variant of a Chimera. You managed to take it out pretty easily. It was a little bit of a scare, a petrification happening right at the very end, but you managed to all get out of that. And then snuck through the Drow stronghold where it's been relatively empty. You're starting to get the sense that whenever you went right instead of left at the fork, the left path was heading toward a battle, and you think a lot of the Drow forces are kind of concentrated over there. That's what it seems like.
What are they fighting?
From what you understand, they're fighting the hobgoblins, who are contesting this level for territory.
Oh yeah.
You found the prison here with a bunch of cells and freed all the prisoners, including Joroth, which was one of Wendune's companions from his old war days.
Oh yeah, we have Grell.
You also found Halberd, as well as this elven woman who's identified herself as Marta. You have Grell as well, still hanging around. You have also this commoner. His name is Geldax. And you went this way, you opened a door, you heard all these kind of chanting sounds, open the door, and sure enough, there's some kind of ceremony going on, and all eyes turn toward you. This room's about 140 feet long, about 30-foot tall ceilings, and several giant spiders around the area. See several Drow.
Are all those tiny spiders in the webs?
No, they're all just crawling around. All these little tiny tarantula-sized baby spiders kind of crawling all over the place.
Are the big ones on the ground or in the air?
They're in the ground. They're on the ground. So as you open the door, this woman is standing on this dais over here, the stairs going up, chanting and creating some kind of ritual spell happening in the air. And the other Drow start yelling at you in Elven.
Say, this isn't the bathroom, and close the door.
You know your friend's on the back wall.
Well, first of all, Grell's initiative.
First. You don't go first.
Grell's going first. So as Grell starts to psych himself up to do something, this Drow mage
I can hear
over
what
here does a hand motion. You see this flash of light coming from his hand, and Grell suddenly gets a little confused for a moment. He does not go first anymore.
What? No.
The mage now is acting. After doing this flourish with his hand, he reaches and points toward Terissa, the priestess on the dais up here, and starts to cast a spell. And as he kind of finishes the incantation, Terissa turns invisible. This wizard then backs away from you guys. Next to act is this Drow, who reaches and points a crossbow at Grell. And he fires, 11 to hit, completely misses, and then he just simply backs
at the face
around this column, reloading.
It covered.
Okay, next to act is this giant spider. Lunges forward. Sorry?
Somebody read the book, The Monsters Know How to Fight.
And does an immediate bite attack against Wendune. It's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
That's going to give 11 piercing damage. And are you immune against poison? Remind me.
I have advantage against poison and resistance against poison.
Okay, so roll a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
27.
Okay.
And 27.
Yeah, so you only take a quarter damage, so that's going to be 3 poison damage.
Wow.
So 14 total.
Alright, next to act is this Drow. Also aims a crossbow and fires. Alright, going to take a shot at Grell with the crossbow. 19 to hit, which does hit. So he's going to do 12 points of damage. And 17 points of poison damage.
Oh my goodness.
Against Grell?
Against Grell.
Why are you trying to kill
Oh, I
Grell?
would say, whoo-wee, that's a lot.
What did Grell ever
And
do?
Grell goes with his crossbow bolt in his gut, right between the plate mail slats. And then this Drow again hides behind this column, getting half cover. Next is this spider, who
Grell's gonna die.
fires a web at Wendune.
Oh god, I'm in the back.
Only a 7.
Luckily, all of us except Wendune and Grell are under cover.
Only a 7 to hit Wendune, so completely misses. And then he's going to start crawling up the walls.
Uh-oh.
Is he going up?
So he's 30 feet up in the air on the ceiling now, up here. Next act is Halberd.
Just shoot down.
It's going to be a long battle of the DM fighting himself.
Well, Halberd is unarmed currently. So he's simply going to gesture toward George and kind of like, because he doesn't speak, so he's just going to be like, "Ruh!" and show his empty hands forward, like, I have nothing, you know. And he's gonna.
I left all of my extra weapons at the boat.
Oh, come on.
So,
I might have something.
so
Be patient.
all right.
I gotta
Well,
look.
so he's essentially going to hold his action until he's armed, essentially, and he's otherwise he has no armor currently, despite the picture. Okay, he's been stripped of all weapons and armor, so he is simply going to back out of view a little bit in through this open doorway here.
Is he able to use a dagger?
He's able to use any weapon.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah.
Can I speak as a free action?
Depends on how long it is. So.
I'll tell him I have a long sword, but you'll never be able to put it down.
I think he would accept it at this point.
He'll never be able to put down what?
I will.
The cursed longsword.
I have the cursed longsword that will glue itself to his hand.
All right. You'll have to change his name.
All right, I will carefully. I will
change his
carefully
name?
hand him that cursed magic longsword.
But why would he have to change his name?
His name's Halberd because he wields a halberd. But
He can one-hand
named
halberd.
Shorty now. No,
He's pretty tall.
I'm just teasing.
He would cut someone's head off for them calling him shorty.
All right, this Drow in the
Yes.
red armor
Uh-oh.
pulls out his crossbow,
I'm still
fires
looking
at
back.
Wendune. 14 to hit.
He does not hit me.
Okay. Reloads and fires again.
What? This is the elite
Only a
warrior.
10 to hit.
Wow.
No, he does not hit me.
Backs
Not mine.
behind the column. This giant
Like
spider
facing myself.
Oh my goodness.
moves forward. Fires a web at Grell. Natural 1. Webbing hits the wall next to Grell and does nothing. That's his turn. And now it's Grell's turn.
Yay, Grell, go get
So Grell's
something
gonna
or die.
attack this spider in front of him.
Kill it.
Natural 1
Oh, come on.
and a 12, which, let's see, does not hit. He's going to then skirt around to get out of the way, to allow other people access and fire range and so on. This Drow's turn. He's going to scoot forward and fire at Grell. 13 to hit, which I believe does not hit.
Better not.
And then we have Teresa's turn. So Teresa, whose chanting has continued throughout all of this,
She's still talking?
finishes the spell.
Uh-oh.
And as she does, this large light kind of fills the chamber in front of where she was standing. And there's a bright light in this dark room, so it's a little bit surprising at first. And a large spider appears. A giant spider appears with his mandibles and there's it's not even a giant spider. You guys are fighting giant spiders over there. This is an enormous spider. Teresa then begins to cackle and call out in Elvish.
I can hear it.
But Draken understands essentially, interlopers, you shall be destroyed and fed to this spider.
I'm gonna destroy your
Loosely
spider.
translated. And its mandibles kind of clack together.
I'm gonna destroy your
All right,
spider.
it's Marta's turn. Wow, you guys rolled really well. Marta is going to back away, reaches out her hands, and again, speaking in Elvish,
I can hear it.
you understand and Melannor understands, like, for loaf, and casts fireball at the entire group.
What?
Everybody within 10 feet of me has resistance to the damage
Awesome.
and +2 of their saves.
Awesome.
Boulder is going to deflect attack.
All right, so you guys need to do a dexterity saving throw. If you have
Plus
advantages
2.
and pluses and all that kind of stuff, make sure you include those.
I get a 13.
19.
Come on. I'm gonna
+2,
shoot
Nate.
you.
Or Joey, not Nate.
Oh, +2, 21.
13.
Okay, 21,
9 for me.
9
And I have resistance.
to fireball.
No, he said that.
Everybody within 10 feet of me has resistance.
Okay, so pretty much everyone except for Halberd.
Ouch. And the commoner dies.
The commoner is decimated from the fireball.
How could she?
So this is going to be 8d6. All right, it's going to be 31 damage. Okay,
15.
Geldax is
16.
evaporated. For if you have resistance, you take half that. If you succeeded on your dexterity DC, which is the DC of 14, so anything
come
anybody
on.
14 or higher succeeds would be quarter damage.
Oh, wait, Melannor did. Hold on, I see Melannor.
See, Halberd
14? Yeah, he takes it.
gets a 13.
That's basically suicide.
So 31 half, there's going to be 15 damage to Halberd. Grell.
Oh, hang on. Who is taking damage?
Everyone.
Oh,
Well, I mean, like,
Everyone.
who's taking full damage?
People who rolled less than a 14 on their dexterity save
And are not by George.
and are not by George.
Take full damage.
So only
10
Halberd
feet from me.
takes the full damage.
Oh, he
Who
didn't
does?
make a save.
Halberd made the save, so he takes
Halberd.
Halberd takes half the damage. He made the save. Everyone else
Mhm.
who made the save will take half, and then if are being given resistance, that's half again. So that's going to be a total of like 7 damage. If you fail the save, you get resistance from George. You take
15.
half, so it's 15.
I took 15.
All right. So, did anybody who takes that damage, were they within 3 of passing?
No.
You were
Yeah,
one,
Melannor
you were
was.
one less.
Oh, yes, I am one less than half.
Well,
That
the
was
DC
it.
All right,
is 14,
um,
you rolled 13.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Melannor was one less.
Yes, I was one less.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use Flash of Genius to let them save it or make it. It adds +3.
So they both can get this flash of
To
genius.
both of them?
I'm reading right now. Hold on.
Now Grell got a 10, so
It wouldn't help him.
he'll take half damage.
Yeah.
Grell gets hit, he's behind the
He
wall.
still gets hit by it, and that does knock Grell unconscious.
Oh, come on.
Ooh wee.
Why are they trying to kill Grell?
You guys rolled really low on all your initiative. All these people were happening at once, and he's in the front line right there. And he was weak already. He was pretty damaged from before. From that Chimera lightning bolt, I think it was, that hit him pretty hard. Okay, so we all got all the damage has been calculated and given.
Yep.
All right, Marta, in case you missed it, she's essentially betrayed you all and cast fireball on all of you.
I'm holding it.
And I want to shoot her in the face.
At this point, it is Wendune's turn.
I want to go.
Oh wait, I forgot about Joroth. Let me get him.
Who's Drow? Oh, that guy?
He made his save.
Wendune was going to do Conjured Barrage, but I'm going to change that plan now. And do... who's down? Grell?
Grell is down. He is on
Okay. I will move one space to the north. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, hang on. I got to roll it. And he will get 23.
All right. He wakes up. He's on the ground, prone. He wakes up from the fireball. He's singed, but he is awake again.
Yeah, I'm going to use Magic Stone on this giant spider right in front of us. 16.
16 hits.
All right. 5 damage.
All right. You step forward. You reach down and heal the ground, and immediately take out one of these stones and smack that spider right in the face, and it kind of growls at you. It hisses. Okay. Next to act is Joroth. Joroth did not take kindly to being ambushed from behind by this elven woman,
Oh my god, really?
and he immediately turns.
Put it in the face.
Wait. The elf woman hit somebody?
The elf woman is the one who cast the fireball.
She's the one who cast the fireball.
Oh, goodness.
I'm shooting a lightning bolt in their face, just so you know.
Joroth is going to use Step of the Wind to bonus action dash to get to her, and immediately going to attack.
Does he have a weapon?
Nope.
I wanted to toss him a
22 to
dagger.
hit.
Oh my goodness, what in the world?
He's going to slap her.
3 damage, and then we're going to do a key point for Flurry of Blows.
Oh, he's a monk. Okay.
He's a monk.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Hit
21
and hit.
damage. Natural.
He did 11 damage to Marta. Next to act is this drow way over here.
Oh, I thought we were done with them.
He sees the giant spider, he laughs, and he's just going to hold his action.
Really? Okay.
Now we get to George.
What did George get?
Initiative 8.
I got 11. I had an 11.
Oh, I thought you said it was... Where are you at? Oh, I missed you. I'm sorry. Draken, we'll go ahead and go. There's so many people here, I skipped by you by accident.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action first and cast a firebolt at the ceiling, not changing it to lightning. Keeping it
Okay.
fire at the ceiling.
You cast Firebolt at the ceiling. So,
And I'm aiming for the spider. Up there.
this one?
Yeah.
Alright, that hits.
14 fire damage to the spider, and does it set the web on fire?
No, it hits the spider. The spider got hit by it, and so you aim your firebolt, hit the spider, you see a little smoldering hole appear in its thorax.
Shoot a lightning bolt in Martha's face.
At Marta, down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move so I don't hit him.
You're gonna move here.
Yep, and shoot a lightning.
Right, shooting at Marta.
Remember it didn't show up, so it takes one thing from my wand of lightning bolts. It does
Natural 20 on her dexterity saving throw.
28.
Draken,
How did I get
in
a 28?
vengeful rage, cocks the wand of lightning bolts, points it at Marta across the way. Lightning strikes through the air, brightening up this dark interior.
Damn.
All right, now George. Hey, sorry, Draken, where are you moving? Hurry up.
To the end of the hallway so I don't take damage.
You're running away.
There you are. All right.
That's what he does.
Go for it.
I am going to step over here by Wendune. The spider's like right in front of him, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I am going to smoke billowing off of me from that fireball where I took damage from. So I am going to, of course, rage.
Okay. Bonus action rage.
Bonus action rage. I'm going to step up and see if I can't hit this big spider and knock him back to that bigger spider.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And that's going to be 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
And my second attack is another 15
Also hits.
and 8 points of damage.
You wham, wham. The spider, the carapace on his back cracks under the strength of your blows, and it bleeding profusely, but still alive.
Just fuels my rage.
Okay.
That's it.
Bleeding profusely is a good sign, then.
Melannor's turn.
I'm going to cast Frostbite on that spider.
Okay. That's a
13 con save. Yeah, or Constitution save, yeah.
and he rolls a 3.
Alright, so he is going to take full damage. Max damage possible, 18.
All right, that spider frost rakes across it as its joints and all stiffen up, and it kind of falls forward, kind of stiff and frozen and dead.
He's going to step forward, kind of between. He's going to step forward, like over to there. Going to cast Lightning Bolt at that big spider.
All right, 24.
This is ridiculous.
Ow.
24.
That's
What is
insane.
everything
Wow.
on Dex here?
Well, spiders and drow and
All right.
so on.
I thought because he was bigger, he was going to be a little slower. All right, but he's going to take half damage then.
Okay.
And this does ignite flammable objects in the area.
Okay.
All right, 29, so 15, 14.
Okay. It takes 15 damage, so lightning strikes, bolts across the room, arcing around and through, carving up little baby spiders along the way as they go scattering,
Awesome.
and strikes the giant, enormous spider, and it just kind of, you kind of see the arcs of electricity kind of ricochet across its body, and it just kind of takes it, and doesn't really seem to phase it too badly.
Oh, that's
Like, does it phase it too bad as you, like, it absorbed it, or, like, just had complete immunity to it, or, like...
It wasn't immune, but potentially resistant.
All right, but that is Melanor's.
All right. Top of the round. This Drow Mage
Oh yeah.
gets to act first because of whatever he did to Grell to seemingly change position in the initiative order. The Drow Mage, again, reaches out with his hands and says these magical words and to cast a spell. And immediately around the doorway that you're all clustered around, in a 20-foot radius,
I'm not by it.
yellow-green, gaseous, poisonous fog erupts into the area, filling a 20-foot radius zone around that door. This is a poisonous effect, so you will have some resistance to it. It is a spell.
Is this a spell?
It is a spell. So, Constitution saving throw, and Draken, you are included.
So I have advantage and resistance.
Yes.
And +2 to the saving throw.
So I got a 28 on the saving throw.
Melannor got a 6.
29. I got a 29 on the saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Melannor got an 8, excuse me. And I got a 26. 24, I mean. I don't get the +2. Or I had the +2 already built in.
Those who rolled higher than a 13 take
No.
half. So I rolled 19 damage, which is pretty low for that many d8s. So half of that would be,
9.
we'll say 10.
That's higher.
Round up. Yep. So 10 damage.
And if you're within 10 feet of me, you get half 4.
Yep, if you're resistant, take 5.
So would I take 5, or would I take less than, since I have resistance already?
You don't. I'll let you double resistance. I mean, you can double, but you have resistance anyway, and then he's giving you resistance. I guess that takes it down to what, 2, maybe 3.
Yeah,
okay.
because I also have resistance to poison also.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh wait, Melannor is immune to poison.
Mellannor's immune, so he's fine. Let me do Grell here. Grell got a 12. He is within 10 feet of you, though.
He's within 10 feet, so he gets a 14.
Halberd starts just coughing. And he's looking on death's door, Halberd is. He's pretty bad off. He was already weakened considerably from his time in jail.
And for a fireball in the face.
All right.
Halberd needs to duck into that room that he's right by.
This drow
And close the
peeks out
door.
and fires at Melannor.
Is that gas still there?
Yeah, it sticks around.
Oh, that's why I take 10 damage.
16 against Melannor.
Yes. That's a miss.
Miss. All right, he ducks back. The giant spider that is dead that you killed. The next drow is this one. No, this one. No, it was this one. This one. I'm getting all mixed up now. We'll move forward. Take a shot at Melannor as well. 11 to hit, so misses.
That's us.
Then the enormous spider god is going to make an action.
Purity god.
It lets out this like just mandible clacking, like just screeching roar, and it's going to cast a spell. A 20-foot cube of webbing appears at your feet. So that area there is considered difficult terrain.
Do you want me to shoot it?
No.
And I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw or be restrained.
Sure, you don't want me to shoot.
20.
Come on, Mel. That's 16. 20 for Mel. Well, this is a spell attack too, so you get +2.
It is a
Oh,
spell.
22.
Potions do I have?
Oh, Dory rolled the wrong way. 8 for me.
The DC to beat is 16. Grell beat it.
Oh, yeah.
He does not get restrained.
Does
But
any
George is, right?
Yep.
Okay, if you're restrained, your speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
you really
You can
don't
use an action to break free with a strength check. But then it's going to
Yeah, it's just gonna
come forward. This giant spider attacks Grell
let's see. Look at this
with a bite. 20 to hit. That definitely hits.
one.
7 damage to Grell. He's going to make a Constitution saving throw against the poison.
Ridiculous.
It's a 24 though. Okay, Halbert's turn. He is going to immediately exit this poisonous spear.
He should go in that room where he's not able to take any damage.
Well, he's just getting out of the cloud and coughing and sputtering. He gets out of the cloud, comes at Marta, deciding not liking her too much. And I'll go ahead and say that you managed to get him that sword.
It is now fused to his hand.
Yep.
Whoop.
Alright, he's going to swing at Marta.
Oh.
Natural 20.
What are you doing?
Well then.
22
Worries
damage
about the
against
size of
Marta.
a person.
And Marta goes down with that swing.
Yay!
Runs her through. And she lets out a scream and falls to the ground, unconscious.
Email.
Alright. This drow come around this way. Gonna take another crossbow shot at Melannor. Only rolls a 15 to hit that time.
What's this?
This giant spider up on the ceiling. He's gonna crawl down on the wall, coming at Melannor to bite. 14 to hit, so does not succeed.
This.
Alright, it's gonna be Grell's turn now. Grell is down to 7 hit points, just so everyone's aware.
Kill the spiders.
He's like, ugh. And he resisted the webbing, so he's able to move out of it. Oh, he's also in this big cloud, so he's going to try to
Get out of the cloud.
kind of skirt around the spider, kind of get right here without provoking opportunity attack. He's going to rage, going to attack. Natural 1 and a 12 to hit, which I believe is not enough. Nope, so he does not hit the spider. This drow up here.
Oh, come on. Girl, you're down. Again.
Is going to back up. And then it's the priestess's turn. Another spell. Conjure animals.
Oh.
2 more giant spiders appear. Draken, your turn.
And then I'm going to do a level 4 witch bolt, which is a lightning damage at the big spidey.
So which bolt at the spider?
Yeah. 24 to hit.
Ooh, that does hit.
So that'll be 34 damage, no resistance.
I know.
And would it? Didn't it say? Oh, never mind. And then I'm going to use 4 sorcery points, which is all of my sorcery points, actually, to twin spell that
Against what?
against the guy that's casting spells.
Okay.
This time it's a 19.
That hits him.
38 damage to him.
Alright, that was a good one.
And
I'm sorry,
Is that
concentration.
cloud of concentration?
why?
You're right, it is concentration. So let me roll
Yeah,
to see if
I
he
just
holds
shot
it
him.
up. Thanks for the reminder. 14.
Yes!
Cloud kill goes away.
Thank you so much. I'm the only one here who doesn't have
you.
resistance to poison, apparently.
Alright, so as you twin spell the witch bolts, two witch bolts strike their
Level
targets.
4 witch
The mage lets out a scream in the distance, and the cloud dissipates.
How did the spider feel? Did the spider feel like it even got hit?
The spider does like, and there's a big all kind of like guttural like blah, 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 noise coming from his gullet.
Who casts the web spell?
I was about to ask that.
Then I'm going to
That's
cast.
true. That's another
The spider?
Yep. Let me do another.
Oh yeah, I
concentration.
shot the spider too. I shot everything that cast a spell.
that's what I was
Ooh,
wondering.
baby.
Ooh, he rolled a 2.
Yes.
The web.
Dang.
Take that.
The web goes away. Draken coming through finally.
Awesome. Last turn I did.
Finally.
Last turn I did nothing.
All right. Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
And then that's my bonus action / cantrip. I'm going to shoot a firebolt, keeping its fire at the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. I
So
can get
webbing starts to catch fire in the ceiling. Wendune's turn. Finally, you guys get to play.
that. Yeah. After you
I have
killing
no
Grell.
idea.
Is Grell dead?
All right, Grell has got 7 hit points. Is that what you said?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to cast Cure Wounds on him using my homunculus as my bonus action.
Okay. So Homunculus flies over and delivers the spell. You can roll.
Well, I got a first level. It's not going to give him much. 4.
Okay.
7. Sorry.
Is that
I forgot it gives a +3 from a modifier.
even better? So the little homunculus flies
And-
over, kind of lands on Grell's shoulder briefly, and flies off over and kind of gets a little boost.
that is going to be my turn.
Okay. You want to do any movement or?
Nope, I'm going to clog up this hole.
Alright, Joroth, he's down here. He just saw Halberd take out the elf girl. He's like, nods. He's going to try to run back and help you guys.
Didn't she just pop back up?
No, she just didn't die. She didn't fail a death saving throw. She's unconscious. Okay.
Is anything good?
This drow continues to hold a shot until... Actually, he's going to go ahead and take a shot. He's going to skid over here. He sees Grell out there out in the open. He's going to take a shot at Grell. Oh, just rolled a 10. So missed. Now George gets to act.
Can I give Grell a potion as a bonus action?
To give yourself...
Like hand it to him so
You can hand it.
like hand it to him so on his turn he can take it?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Okay. I want to toss him a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
I am going to smack this spider up.
Go for it.
And I'm going to tell Grell to get back out of here and get composed himself. 19 to hit. That's going to be 15 points of damage. And then a 20, dirty 20 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
for 13 points of damage.
Ooh.
All right.
That spider.
Crack. Again, the spider, Grell, not really able to do much against this thing. You come in and just show him how it's done. Bam, 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 bam. The spider squeals, still alive, but definitely bleeding, just ichor coming from its abdomen.
But yes, I tell Grell, get out, heal up, come back fresh.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Melannor's turn. He's got a spider on top of him over here too.
So he's got this spider in front of him, right?
Yeah, on the wall, clinging to the wall, but yeah, right there within melee range.
Produce flame and burn this spider off the wall.
Okay.
Which is an attack. Only a 10.
Yeah, that does miss.
Alright, I will cast Blight.
I guess that little spider?
No, against the big spider.
Oh, okay.
This one.
That's a save, right?
Yes, a Constitution save. We doing it now.
Oh, got a 14.
That's enough. This is going to take half damage. 24 points of damage.
Nice. So as the spider, he get away, with his fire hand, not really doing anything. He then just reaches out with his other hand toward the enormous spider, and this sickly green energy cascades from his hand and splashes against its carapace, and you see this kind of acid growth and steamy green oozy stuff coming out of him, and it's again this giant spider is starts to speak. My gosh!
In what language?
Abyssal. You know Abyssal?
I can do anything. So.
Well, you turn your helmet on,
Yeah.
and the next thing he says, you'll know what he says.
Also, I can hear what a spider
You no
says.
longer can hear. You no longer know what Elvis is.
Oh well, I don't care what they say. All they say is curse words.
All right. This new giant spider enters the fray.
I thought you meant a new enormous one. I'm like, wait, what?
Heads this way, and it's going to shoot a web at George.
Oh.
A 15 to hit. I believe that
That's
does not
miss.
succeed. At this point, Sargauth over here on the wall.
No.
She starts to whimper a bit, even though she's unconscious, and these pulsating egg sacs
Oh, yeah.
attached to her body begin to rupture. And these spiders all spill out of her, and she just kind of crumples to the ground.
Is she dead?
You know? All these little baby spiders, like you see on this on the floor here, all just start pouring out of her body.
I think she's dead.
Top of the round, the Drow Mage gets to go. not happy that his cool cloud thing didn't get to stick around, he is going to cast another spell. As he reaches out, I need everyone.
What does it do?
What?
What does it do?
You don't get to know that.
I have
Roll
counterspell.
Dexterity saving throw. You can choose to counterspell if you like.
I'm gonna counterspell at
Okay.
3rd level.
Right. Okay. As he reaches out, and before the DM can say what you do, you counter it. Whatever it was, he's like, it fizzles in his hand.
Better not have been something big.
He kind of says, "Drat," you know.
Awesome. It was something
And then
good.
with his action, that was his bonus action.
Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me!
That's still a bonus action.
Are you really telling the truth?
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
He's going to
Counterspell the cantrip.
cast lightning bolt at George. I need George to do a dexterity saving throw.
That's going to be a 21.
All right, so you take half damage, and I guess if you're resistant, you take quarter, right?
Yep.
So 25 damage in half, and then in half again.
6.
6.
Okay. The drow is not.
I chuckle. Stop it, that tickles.
At this point, Terissa becomes visible. This drow is going to take a shot at George. An 8 to hit. All these little pops,
Yeah, that's-
not really doing much. He's going to scramble back here.
You gotta beat my AC, and then once you do, I have resistance to the damage.
This drow takes a pot shot at Melannor.
Wow.
Alright. Mellannor's a little different story.
Only a 7 to hit.
That's a miss.
He slinks back behind the
Wait,
column.
is there 3 draw back there?
This enormous spider
Oh, he gets to go now?
Because you puny flies in my web.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Talks. Spiders aren't.
Well, he's speaking abyssal. You understand him now.
What's abyssal mean?
It's a language.
Oh,
That's the language.
what type of creature is it? Abyssal?
It's not,
Usually things that are not from this plane of existence.
Oh, that's not from this plane of existence?
That's good to know.
All right, George.
That's very good to know.
The spider's eyes
Okay.
glow at you.
Great.
And I need George to do a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 12. Yeah.
Your mind becomes cloudy with strange thoughts.
A chance of meatballs?
Yeah, exactly. Start thinking of meatballs. And Grail right next to you looks quite tempting.
To
of
eat?
Of a target.
To eat? Oh
Does he look like a meatball?
He looks like your favorite enemy. And you're like,
no. Or demon?
That's not my favorite name.
just what I want to see.
Demon, there you go.
Yeah, he looks like a demon there in front of you. And you are now charmed. The spider,
Interesting.
the spider king starts chuckling. All right, that's his turn.
So, is it concentration?
This spider, yeah, maybe, is not too keen to stick around. It's pretty wounded. It's going to make a getaway. Grell, unaware of George's issues,
Oh no.
is going to
Good
make
dog.
an attack of opportunity against it. Hey, he hit it. 19 to hit. Only 7 damage, but that's enough. And that spider crumples from its blow.
Oh
Halberd.
my goodness. Oh, he's just down there.
Halberd kind of, from his attack against Marta, taking her down, and he's going to turn and proceed to come back up to attempt to help in some way.
I'm gonna give him my potion of supreme healing.
It's right there.
Maybe.
This drow here, getting sick and tired of taking
Missing?
pot shots and missing,
I was gonna come up and fight.
runs up to Melannor with his sword drawn and takes 2 swings at Melannor. First one is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
He does 6 points of damage. Second swing is only a 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
And misses. This spider comes up and, not really understanding what the big daddy spider is doing, is going to attempt to web George.
Nice. Awesome. Do it.
Oh, a natural 1. He misses.
Aww.
All right, it's Grell's turn now.
Don't
He's
run away. Don't run
going
away.
to take George's advice.
Oh.
And George, I
Oh,
need
Lord.
you to take an opportunity attack against Grell as he moves out of your melee range.
Oh, come on. I'm giving him a potion. I'm giving him
Is that a natural 20, I see?
That's a natural 20.
Roll your damage.
1.
Since I'm a half-orc, he does additional damage on a critical hit.
I think
And with my crusher feats, I do even more damage.
this should be fun.
You can't yet.
Okay.
He did.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let me roll damage.
Why are you trying to kill Grill?
Okay. Oh gosh, I just maxed out on damage too. Okay. Okay, so that is 13 points of regular damage, plus 2 for the rage. Let's see, so plus another, oh gosh, poor guy, he's about to just die.
You're going to do a second.
Plus I
five.
roll one of the die additional time
Yep.
and add that in, so I roll another d8 for that. Gosh, I just maxed out again. All right, that's another 8.
23.
Plus, and he said, we're at 23? Okay.
Yeah.
And he said I had to Divine Smite, so I will do that. So I have to do it at first level or second level?
That'd be
Or
nice to do first level.
yeah, he's going to die anyway, so might as well be nice. All right. All right, so that's going to be 2d8,
Anger.
another 12.
35.
Now I see him as like a fiend. So does he take the extra damage that a fiend would?
He does not. You expect him to, but he does not. You see this
Okay.
like, fiendish creature running away from you, and you immediately attack with viciousness.
Okay, and he gets knocked back 5 feet
Okay.
away, and he has and anybody that attacks against him has advantage
All right.
until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So how much damage did I end up doing? Because that was probably like my biggest hit.
Plus, you
Ever.
double all your dice rolls.
Well, still that was an 8 there, so that was 16. Plus I did the extra
Plus-
roll.
Plus 16. It's a lot.
My attack alone did like 30 damage.
Yeah,
Plus the
35.
Divine Smite.
I just want to know if it's a straight out death or not.
Grell is unconscious and
Yeah, not surprised there.
flattened against this wall. as he starts to like, thanks for the potions, George. I'm gonna go head over here now. And your eyes blaze with this red fire that you haven't really seen before, as it's the influence of this spider creature, and your hammer glows this bright, fiery red as you swing around and you die, fiend, and poof, and just crack into Grell with this flaming hammer blow that sends him flying, crashing against the wall, taking 1d6 of bludgeoning damage from the wall impact,
I was hoping I won't have to use
which
one
is
of
going to be a 1.
Good lord.
And he crumples to the ground before even having a chance to understand what in the world is even happening.
I mean, natural 20, max damage on almost every roll. That was bad.
Poor Grell.
I need it to be my turn.
I'm telling you.
Before he dies, I need it to be my turn.
All right, that was Grell's turn.
Grill's death. Second
All
death.
of the drow in the rooms just erupt in a cheer at this, and the Spider King again goes, "Wah, ha, 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 yes!" And now all of your companions know something's up.
And
I should hope so.
Drow pokes his
My
head
turn.
behind this column, cheers at the crumpling of Grell, and tries to shoot Melannor.
yay!
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
He We're going to do 8 points of piercing damage against Melannor. Priestess up here cackles at the turn of events. Is going to cast Insect Plague. When the area appears, each creature must make a Constitution saving throw.
I rolled a 2.
16 for Melannor.
Oh.
20.
All right. Anybody roll less than 15?
Yes.
So you would take 4d10. 4d10 on a failed save, which is 29 points of damage as this insect plague starts devouring at your skin. If you succeeded, you would take half. So 15 damage on a success.
Alright, Melanor's looking pretty rough.
It's the spider's turn. Attacking Melannor. 19 to hit.
Possible that we can
4
win.
points of damage
Possibly.
against Melannor. Alright, Draken, your turn.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to take a Supreme Healing Potion, which is 10d4 plus 20. I heal for 45.
That's a good potion.
I have 4. And then I walk over to Grell.
Now you do have your bonus action, snap your fingers and do damage against these two guys.
Oh, I do it. 30 for the spider.
Hold on, let's start. Let's see. He does a Constitution saving throw to see if he maintains his dominate person.
Yeah, I do not like that. Come on.
So he did 30 damage.
Yeah.
So he has to roll a 15 or better.
I'll roll a 2 like you did last time.
25.
Oh, come on.
He maintains.
25?
Yep.
How much plus does he get you that?
And then you can do it against the mage as well.
Yeah. Ooh, it didn't roll super good. 29.
The mage goes down.
Yes!
This witch bolt shocks his brain, and he falls.
I'm going to step out of this.
There.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
counterspelling the next thing that spider does.
Alrighty. Next is Wendune.
Okay. First, I am going to cast. Let me see. Cure Wounds at first level on Grell
Thank you.
Okay.
for 4, just to get him up.
He comes
He can
back.
take care of himself after that.
Comes back to consciousness. He's
That potion.
as his swarm of bugs are all around him. And
Oh
he's
yeah, dang, you forgot about that.
What was that for?
I am going to apply the purple worm poison
Okay.
to a magic stone,
Okay.
Oh. That's like.
and I'm gonna. How much range does it have? Oh wait, no, sorry, that was my action. This is my bonus action. All right, I'm gonna hit the big, enormous dude here, or I'm gonna try to hit him with it. 15.
Oh no.
Just missed.
But they're so big.
I'll try it again later with something better.
You want to move?
I would like to get out of this bug stuff.
Dwarf.
Oh,
Who,
okay.
oh yeah, insect swarm hit him too. Dwarf does get hit by the insect swarm, and he's like, "Oh, bugs!" Let me do Halberd real quick. But yeah, Halberd actually goes unconscious as the insects get him. So Halberd, he's unconscious over here. All right, Jorah. All right, he gets all the way over here, out of the swarm, sees this
Fight.
elf guy here. He's going to attempt to help out, do his unarmed strike.
That's enough, son.
14 to hit. That does not hit. And he's going to use a key point to do patient defense, so he has advantage against attack, or attacks have disadvantage against him. Next is this drow down here. Takes a shot at Wendune.
Wendune has a big shield.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet.
15 to hit Wendune.
Does not hit.
Okay. All right, George.
You see
That's what I'm
me?
going after this time.
You
The
also
big
see me?
spider goes,
Kill the sorcerer.
and you
All right.
you look ahead and see where Draken is, and you see, instead of a Dragonborn there, you see this devilish-looking creature with horns and looking freaked out against you, and that brings you a lot of joy when you see how scared this thing is.
And you say, yeah, you better be scared.
I'm gonna
He
shoot
rushes
you.
toward Draken. I need you to do an attack against Draken.
All right.
This is what you guys have always wanted, right? To see who's going to win against each other.
Yep. Oh, he just
So 19
hit.
to hit.
I have an 18.
That hits.
Oh, come on.
We'll say you do level 1 smite.
All right. Level 1's fine. All right.
Not natural.
All right. So that is going to be 9 points of regular damage, plus another 9 points of divine.
So again,
18 total.
this red glow coming from your hammer. And Draken's like, no! And you, bam!
Again.
All right.
Oh, wait. Attack
All
does he
right.
have again?
2.
Oh, come.
Second attack is a 28.
That's not natural.
That's almost
That's a 19.
Oh, thank you so much. I do not need a crit.
yeah. All right.
You got any more level 1 spell slots left?
I do have one more.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Run than 1 of 10.
10 damage.
All right. So that's going to be 12 regular damage,
Yes,
and
regular
then
I'm like, 12? Okay.
another 7. So 19 points of damage.
Bam! Comes in again, cracks Draken
I'm going to
against the side
shock
of the
you.
face.
I'm going to just do one of the
Do it. Snap me out of this thing.
I would like you to use your bonus action to attempt to resist. I need another wisdom saving throw.
15.
15. Yeah, man. Let's see.
Yeah, man, that's 15's a good roll.
The DC on this is 16.
Oh, come on. I would put myself back to 50.
Oh, so close.
Can you do
All right.
Flash of Genius, Wendune?
Come on.
Yes, I can. I have one left.
Just use it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I completely forgot I had
So
that.
would that be a reaction when it first happened?
And at the end of George's turn, his eyes, the glow kind of fades. The spider goes, "What? No!" And you see the whimpering Draken in front of you, cowering against the wall, bloody nose, bloody snout, teeth cracked. And you come to your senses.
What happened to you?
Right next to you is the crumpled Grell on the ground, whimpering as the bugs crawling around him.
Oh, God. That's gross.
You're like the Hulk coming back to his senses. So that was George's turn. He has resisted the spell. Melannor is up.
Melannor is going to cast, he's running out of spells, Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay.
10. And then for bonus action, so there's a drow in front of me and a spider.
Yeah, there's a drow here and a spider on the wall above you there.
In that case, I will do Produce Flame cantrip. 13.
That does not hit. You want to move?
All right. I'm in melee range of the spider and the drow.
Yeah.
I'd like to go under, but stay so I'm not getting attacked.
So that actually keeps you within
Yeah.
each of them.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So this spider here, which is above you all, is going to take a swing at Melannor while you are trying to go by. Just a 10 to hit. Does not hit.
That does not hit.
All right. Top of the round. At this point, you can hear from the south noises of clanging of swords and shouting in goblinoid languages coming from the area to the south hallway behind you. You hear a lot of chatter from the drow from this revelation, and they seem to be upset about the sound they're hearing.
This is the army of the Deus Ex Machina.
Hey, I had this all set up ahead of time. I've been thinking about this for 4 weeks.
I do not like this big daddy spider.
This drow angrily shouts in Elvish back and takes a pot shot at
Can't see me.
Wendune.
George is in the way. Haha.
Underneath the legs.
That is a 21 to hit.
That definitely does it.
Only 5 damage from the crossbow bolt. And you're resistant to poison. So you only take half of 17. So that would be 8 poison damage.
All right.
Okay, suddenly these drow are starting to get concerned and antsy. This one decides to turn this way.
Why is the big daddy spider losing? Hopefully.
There's an army coming.
Big Daddy Spider's barely been hurt.
Alright, the spider, upset.
Oh, it's his turn again? I thought it was my turn. Great. Oh, come on. George is in the way.
Comes up behind George. Says, "You'll pay." In Abyssal, you don't know what he's saying.
I know. Uh-oh. I go ahead and say to
19 to hit George.
Run.
That's by meets my armor class.
So it just hits.
Oh.
Yeah.
You take
Oh, that's good.
6 bludgeoning damage,
Really?
halved, and 28 poison damage.
Oh, that's crazy. His
Your
shield,
shield?
has...
Alright, so yeah, half would be 14 poison
thought-
damage. Second strike,
Oh, great.
18 to hit.
That misses.
Alright. So first strike, you're still like standing above Draken and Grell going, "What happened?" And he comes in and rakes his bite against your back, catching you unaware, and then you turn and the shield brings it up just in time to take the second one. The Drow Elite Warrior turns, what is it? There it is. On Joroth here, coming up behind him. He's going to take a swing at him. The damage is 9 points of damage to Joroth, who goes unconscious.
Wow.
Oh, great. Everybody's unconscious.
Alright.
All the NPCs.
Seeing
NPCs don't
the
Hence the
dwarf,
Goblin army coming to save
seeing the
everybody.
dwarf goes down, he turns on Wendune for a second strike. Rolls a 16 to hit Wendune.
Match.
Alright, so that's going to be 6 piercing damage. Spider
Is he big?
doesn't know anything. He's going to go come up to here. Doesn't quite make it to you, Wendune. Can't quite make it. Grell's turn. He's back up, actually. He's going to use half his movement to stand. Sees the enormous spider. He's going to use that potion.
Good.
That was a superior, is that right?
Nope, superior is what I'm
A
using.
greater.
Great. Plus 4. So it's going to be 13 healing. And seeing the predicament everyone's in, he decides he's going to charge. Gonna get up
So
there.
no, get out of here.
Nope, hit it.
Live.
I'll save you. And he attacks
Great.
the giant.
Survive. Fly, you fool.
10 is a miss.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything.
15 is a miss as he just scraping across this hard shell.
How's-
This drow running back toward the backside of the chamber, takes a shot at Wendune. I'm sorry, not Wendune, Melannor. That is a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right, the priestess calls out in Elvish, and Melannor recognizes she's giving a signal to not retreat, you fools. We have them where we want them. Come back.
Okay. Cool.
Just because we hear this army coming. So she said that as a free action. And then she is going to cast darkness
Where?
on herself.
Okay.
And she is no longer visible in that space.
I haven't even done anything. We haven't even done anything to the big boss.
The spiders are running forward. Draken, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take another one of those healing potions. I've never used one ever, and now I'm taking 2. It's ridiculous. So as my...
It's possible.
I think you took the first one.
I overshot on the difficulty level of this encounter.
I've never taken one of these potions in my life, and now I'm taking the second one for today. So, yeah.
Oh, darkness is concentration, so the bugs go away.
Okay, let's see how much I feel this time. 41. I will take that group. And as I'm drinking, I'm going to snap my fingers again. 28.
Once again, this kind of crackle of energy sparks against the spider's brain, and it's like ah, and you can start to see blood coming out of it, the marks you've been given it.
I am going to use another, what is it called?
Purple worm poison?
Yes, on an arrow from my Phasic bow.
All right.
And then I am going to shoot it, the big one, because he's irritating. For 20.
Oh, yes.
20 hits.
Okay.
Purple worm poison.
So I'm also going to do a arcane jolt to deliver an extra 2d6 on top of all this.
All right, so do your normal attack damage first.
7. And then purple worm poison is a lot. Hold on. 47.
Okay.
Better level up.
2 more d6. So yeah, that's 5. So that would be
You shoot with your bow. It gains purchase between the chitinous plates of this spider, delivering the poison, and it just kind of looks at you and turns to face you.
Oh, he didn't like that, huh?
And in Abyssal, it goes, "Rawr, why, da wonder."
Can I hear it?
How dare you? Poison has no effect on me, you fool.
Oh well, that's wonderful. I am also going to take
That's gonna be awesome.
superior healing potion.
Okay.
You have one
Which is
too?
8d4.
Awesome. I didn't know
I
that.
He
have
bought a
lots
whole
of them.
bunch when he joined in.
So he spent all his money on.
Yeah. I gave him this whole list of magic items he could buy. I want all the potions. Give me all the potions.
Well, now to
I
pay
got 32 back.
This drow decides to duck into this darkness created by the priestess. And now it's George's turn.
I'm going to turn to this big giant spider behind me and say, I don't like my mind being messed with. Your foe is with me. I'm going to strike.
Go for it.
Oh, 20 would be nice there, but 20 dirty.
That hits.
Okay.
All right, I want to Divine Smite at 2nd level since I have a few of those left.
Okay.
Can't you get 30?
And that's going to be 11 for the regular damage.
Okay.
And you said this thing is speaking invisible. Does that mean it's a fiend?
It is a fiend.
All right, that's going to be 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Strike again.
Okay. That hits.
21.
Go for it.
Second level Divine Smite. My last spell slot. Alright, so that's going to be 12 points regular damage, 20 more points Divine Radiant damage.
All right. This thing is not happy.
Oh, good. He's actually gonna die.
No.
And for my bonus action,
Awesome.
I want to Toll the Dead.
Go for it.
Yes.
So that's a wisdom save, is that right?
It's a wisdom save.
Ooh, 13.
That's a fail.
That's +8, by the way, with his wisdom
Oh,
save.
what? That is crazy.
Okay, so instead it takes 2d12. So if that, he takes, 20 more points
Nice.
Let's kill him.
of damage. As this giant, huge bell just comes over.
It's like the end of Coco.
Did you kill
The
it?
spectral bell lands, cracking this concrete stone beneath this spider, and then dispels itself.
That was around what, like 60 damage total?
30, 48,
Turns to be 60 damage.
57 damage.
It is definitely bloodied.
Yeah, I can't do that again.
I'll give you that. It's bloodied for sure.
I can't do that again. That was on my spell slot, so I'm out of Divine Spot. Well, actually, no, I'm not. Never mind. I'll get to that if we have another turn.
All right, Melanor's turn.
if
Melanor's turn.
No, there's turn.
Oh, yeah.
Go, go, go.
Melannor, let's
Surrounded by
see.
spiders and this drow still. This
Oh,
drow,
yeah.
this drow has this desperate look in its eye. It knows it's kind of in a bad spot right now. He thinks maybe moving forward was a bad idea.
Yeah.
So Melannor sees this big spider and sees how rough he's looking, right?
Yeah, like it's like limping as this giant spider's kind of like standing kind of almost on just half of its legs as the others are kind of skidding behind, underneath it, it's slipping in its own pool of blood.
Oh, wow.
In that case, I think Melannor
I hit it.
is going to forget about the small fry around him and cast Light at 6th level on the big spider.
Awesome, let's take it out.
Constitution save.
just absolutely wants this thing to die.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. As you go to cast this spell, it suddenly just fizzles as a reaction counter spell
Ah!
takes it away.
Boo.
7th level?
That was a high level.
You had to do a really
6th
high
level.
Oh, did you say
counter spell.
7th level?
No. he
It's a
said
6th level spell slot.
6th level.
And which means
6th
you had-
level.
Let me roll then.
Then you'd have to do a pretty I'm like, what?
Natural 20. Yeah, it counts.
Oh, wow.
Wow. All
I
right.
really want to blow up.
Fair enough.
Wow.
And the spider goes, no, in a missile. As it spins its reaction.
All right, so that was his action. So that wasted that action. All right, in that case, I'm going to cast Produce Flame
Okay,
against this drow in front of me. 21.
that hits.
10 points of damage.
Okay. Stick its flaming
Yes,
fist into
thanks.
this drow's face and bats it away after getting burned. All right.
You
And
grabbed
that's it.
it. You burnt his short and curlies.
All right. This spider steps forward, takes a slash at Wendune. That is a 13 to hit.
It does not slash at me.
All right. Top of the round. A crash can be heard coming from the south. And there are footsteps in the hallway in where the prison cells are.
No crash? Why?
Making noises because they burst through the door.
Faster.
Right, these drow begin to panic. He's gonna go this way.
Back up, back up.
Makes it to this corner here.
They're trying to get.
The giant spider's turn.
Oh, come on.
As it's trying to maintain its position above you, it lets out a yell and an abyssal just wah and teleports.
Where?
Oh, you sorry, sucker. Counterspell that. Come on, someone counterspell.
Counterspell, yeah. I'm gonna do counterspell.
It's not a spell, it's a ability.
Oh, come on! He's not a face spider. I don't actually really care if he teleports.
It's all the way back to here. And then, and then that's his turn. It's just getting away.
Okay. Oh, my turn.
And it's like slipping and falling, and you hear the Drow priestess in the shadows like yelling at it in Elvish. And Melannor understands, like, what are you doing? Get back in there! It's like not understanding how this fiend creature that she summoned has failed.
It's so big. I don't know. How did she summon such a high level thing?
Well, she was summoning it for a long time.
Oh, she's been like spending 8 hours. Like this is like.
She was summoning it for the battle, and you guys walked in as she finished, and here it is. All right, this Drow elite warrior is going to disengage.
Run away. There's a mechanical dog back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been able to move him. I've been using my bonus actions for other things.
Maybe we can attack.
So he's running away, essentially, at this point. When he sees the big giant spider demon thing is running away, it decides to run away. And it gets to this door here. These spiders, though, are not very intelligent. They don't know what's going on. And so this one steps forward.
They're just gonna keep biting until they die.
Well, until they get weak enough or damaged enough to decide to retreat. Makes a bite against Wendune for 20 to hit.
That does it.
That does 10 points of piercing damage. And I'm not worried about the poison. All right, at this point, the Drow priestess, she begins to call out in Elvish. Melannor understands her. No one else does, I believe.
Okay.
But Melannor conveys, like, yells back at her in Elvish, essentially. And
Common.
he says she's offering a truce.
We have to throw her symbol of Lolth in the river. I don't trust her.
Spider doesn't understand what's going on at all, and it's going to take a swing at Melannor. That's 7 to hit, so it misses completely. Draken, your turn.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Yes.
Okay.
Fireball.
There's a dexterity save.
Yep. And it's slipping right now, so it should have disadvantage.
It moved out of the puddle.
I know, it has 4 legs that are
You
broken.
got a 25 on the dexterity save.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
He's not letting you kill it. You're just not rolling good enough.
15 damage.
As you bring up this fire ring in front of you and then punch through the ring and this poof, ball of fire shoots out like straight Street Fighter style. Hadouken! It goes across the room and explodes against...
Does it also hit that,
This drow
drow?
gets vaporized in the explosion.
30 damage to it. To the drow.
Yep.
15.
This drow, let's see.
It
That
goes...
one also,
dead.
it impacts against this giant spider and it starts to cackle and twitch and sputter, and this kind of red swirling energy swirls around it. It turns briefly into this crazy looking wax struck creature with tendrils and like all symbiotic big eyeball.
Whoa,
as it
ew.
kind of just melts into a puddle and is gone. You hear Teresa go, "No!"
Yes!
All right, Wendune, your turn.
I'm going to cast Branding Smite as a bonus action. And as my action, I am going to shoot this middle spider. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to shoot the one on the roof.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think it's disadvantage, it's so close to you. But
Yeah, I don't think I have sharpshooter on this
yeah, the
one.
one on the roof you can definitely go for.
For 21.
That hits.
All right. And again, I'm going to put some Arcane Jolt in it.
All right.
So it'll take +5. So 19.
That did it. The spider on the roof falls down, barely missing Melannor as it crashes to the ground. And is dead.
Alrighty then, and I cannot move, so I'm going to stay right here.
Alright.
Oh, I forgot about my buddy.
Dwarf
That's what
makes
you
a
were
dex
saying.
saving throw. He succeeds. So that's 1 success and 1 failure. Alright, all these drow are skedaddling back toward this back corner. And now it's George's turn. Oh yeah, this guy's going to run out the door.
Alright, so there's these 2 spiders and a whole bunch of drow in the darkness over here.
Yep. And a lot of running feet behind you in the hallway.
Alright, in that case, I am going to walk over and to the spider, the one closest. I am going to pray to my god and recover a spell slot,
Okay.
a level 2 spell slot, as a bonus action. And then I am going to... Alright, I'll go ahead and just swing at him then. 21 to hit.
Yep.
It'll be 13 points damage.
It squeals under
Still
my
up.
attack. Still up.
Alright, I'll swing at him again. 24 to hit.
That hits.
14 points damage.
Yeah, that does it. 2 quick smashes and you squish this spider dead.
Next is Melannor.
Yeah, Melannor would be next.
Go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on what's his face in the middle. That's
Dwarf?
down. Yeah,
Okay.
for 4 points of healing. And then turn to the other spider, and I'm going to throw some flame in his face. Oh, no, I'm not. It's a natural 1.
Yeah, that misses. Spider just kind of, again, it's an intelligence of 2. It's just a beast, you know. It's just going to attack at Melannor. Rolls an 8.
That spider won't do enough damage.
Just like,
yeah.
so it's like clacking his mandibles at him, and he's just kind of batting away with his staff.
Yeah.
Okay, the top of the round, and now comes the cavalry.
Oh yeah.
I knew this fight was going to take the whole session, though.
Oh yeah.
All right, these guys all come in.
They're looking rough.
Yeah, they're looking pretty.
They're looking rough.
And-
We are too.
I don't know. I still have over half my health left.
That's because you didn't get hit by the hammer.
I was on the right end of that hammer.
Actually, who's that?
These guys coming in, they look like they're friends.
You see amongst them Fiona
From the happy place?
from the Cheeky Pluckers.
Chicken Pluckers. Okay, awesome.
All right.
She comes barging through. Halberd has been healed and brought
Good.
back from his unconscious state. He's behind her, clutching his long sword.
Not his halberd. I'm sorry, halberd.
He didn't drop it when he died, that's for sure. Or when he got knocked out.
Yep.
So as she was running by, she just like slapped him and healed him up.
And as they come rushing in, Fiona throws a javelin at this spider. Oh, there's another hobgoblin here.
He stuck a spear in it the second he came in.
And it skewers right through it,
Whoa,
killing it dead.
that's a pretty good spear.
That goes strong.
And then she calls out, "Where is Sariel?"
So back of the hall.
The darkness goes away.
Good.
Teresa stands there and she goes, "This can't be." Again, speaking in Elvish.
I turned my thing to Elvis once that thing died.
And she kind of decides she's going to put up one last stand. Drow, and I'm going to make a long story short here. These Drow all begin to open fire on the hobgoblins, and they return fire, taking out the Drow. Teresa is left alone. And what do you want to do with her?
Oh, she has it on her. We could just throw her in the river.
Is there any information we need from her first?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
That's what I'm wondering. Is there anything that we need to know from her?
Does she have it?
Yeah.
We came here specifically to look for the cheeky pluckers, and then what's his face, Bad Mage, came up saying get her thing and throw it in the water. Like, so as far as I'm concerned, we're caught up, right?
I don't know. Let's ask her if she has her symbol of love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does she have a possible way to heal the girl? Also want to ask her that if she can't do it.
Yeah, resurrection spell for her.
I think the Sariel has died from her poison. The spiders all bursting from within her, using her as a big incubator.
Yeah, there was no saving her.
Yeah, we didn't have a chance to get back.
It would have been like a greater,
really
a greater restoration or something like that would have had to been done
Earlier, I mean.
earlier. Yeah. So she, at this point, I'm going to say I'm not worried about moving all the little figures and stuff, but she's essentially at your mercy. She is bound and being held on either side by these hobgoblins, who they begin to tell you how during the last several, like half hour or an hour, they managed to finally overcome the Drow army who are invading on the west side of this area. And Fiona was leading the charge. She had managed to escape the earlier battle that captured Halberd and Sariel and so on. She got split up from Four Fingers, the gnome, each trying to get to Azrok's hold separately.
Four Fingers died.
Yeah,
we can tell her that.
Four Fingers met his demise at the hand of that trap that you encountered earlier. She made it back to Azrok's hold and joined the battle. And with her help, along with the rest of the hobgoblins, they managed to push back and defeat the Drow forces. And now they have come into the fortress, have taken over, and Terissa here is, aside from some stragglers who have run off and run away, these Drow over here all have been killed. Aside from the stragglers running away, the battle is won. And now Terissa here is defeated. So you can search her, you can ask her things. You can search her pockets essentially if you want.
Well, search her pockets.
Yeah.
On her person, you find her symbol of Lolth, number 1.
Okay, we need that.
She also has an ornate silver key with 8 little red jewels on it that resembles that chest from her personal quarters, if you remember. She has...
Did we break into that?
Yeah, you already got into that. She has a key to the prison cells, which you've also already gotten into. She has a spell book.
Ooh.
And a spell scroll
Ooh.
on her.
What's the spell scroll of?
You don't know. You'd have to study it.
I read it.
2d4 ounces of arcane dust. If you want to roll 2d4, somebody.
I will. 5.
So you find
ounces.
5 ounces of arcane dust and 230 gold pieces.
Wow.
230 gold. As far as any other spoils, is there anything in particular that you might find interesting?
Leveling up.
I'm talking about from this battle. Anywhere else you want to search, or any other bodies you're interested in looking at?
I want to look at all of them.
Okay, Terissa's not here.
I want to figure out what
Terissa's been stripped of her symbol of Lolth. You would now have it in hand. And she is going to be brought back to Azrok's hold as a prisoner to be judged by Warlord Azrok. That's what the hobgoblins tell you.
Okay.
So let's do investigation checks.
9.
I got
She's battle weary.
6. I don't find anything except for a...
I think Melannor is kind of the highest with the 12 right now.
Yep. All right, 12. So Melannor, you seem to recall Melannor does, recalls that at the beginning of this fight, that mage did something to cause him to be able to react quicker than Grell.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And as you go to search the mage's body, you find a ring on his finger with the symbol of... It's a ring that's covered with illustrations of a person caught in various stage of running. And if you spin the ring, it makes it appear as if the person animates and runs. And it's called the Ring of Stolen Alacrity. While wearing this ring, you cannot be surprised while wearing this ring. And you can use your reaction when you roll for initiative to spin the ring. You can choose up to 3 creatures within 30 feet, and you can immediately learn whether each of those creatures acts before or after you, and you can choose one to flip with you.
Initiative order?
In initiative order.
Require attunement?
It does. You can essentially swap initiative order at the beginning of combat, and you cannot be surprised.
It seems like something that I would want, but I have too many attunements currently.
I have important attunement, so no thank you.
Oh wow, you want to give up on this one? Okay.
Well, I'll hold on to it then.
I'm gonna ask him, what was that thing? I'm actually
You're
gonna
asking
ask.
Teresa?
Yeah, what was that thing?
He goes, it should have been your due.
No, seriously, what was it? I'm gonna shock you.
It was a yucklol.
What's a young?
Yucklol. It's a fiendish creature that can take the shape of a giant spider, or a female drow, or this kind of waxy yellow tendril creature. That's actually its actual form.
Oh, what level of creature is it?
It's a challenge rating of 13.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
That key that has the red gems in it, are those like precious gems by any chance? Like a ruby maybe?
Yeah.
They are, but they're small. They're tiny. They're not worth a lot.
So, Cap, how big does the stone have to be that I put on my shield?
If I were to judge this, I would say it should be, if I were to do a search for a ruby, for example, the typical ruby is 5,000 gold. So these little red gems are not worth 5,000 each by any means. They're going to be pretty cheap, small gems, maybe 25 gold each if you were prime out of there.
Well, hey, I need money.
200 gold is good.
Yeah, so we could say that key's worth 200 gold if you were to sell it somewhere.
Okay. Awesome. Let's do that.
At this point, so essentially you have succeeded in turning the tide of the battle on level 3. One of the larger story points for level 3, the Drow versus the Hobgoblins. You have turned the tide. The Hobgoblins have won. They will then eventually, as long as they're not interrupted, take over this level completely.
We kind of were useless for this one.
Yeah, kind of. We got our butts handed to us for a little while. Did some damage.
The goblins beat the Drow army by themselves. They came in here charging. They would have been fine.
You prevented this fiendish giant spider to make any kind of mess of their ranks.
I have 1 spell slot left.
Really?
I'm out.
Did you guys want to
Throw it in the river.
head to the river?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, so that we can get my boat back. My boat.
Teleport to the river.
Can't teleport.
Well, yeah, time passes. I will say that Fiona Halberd will go and take Sariel and would like to take her body back to her people to have a proper memorial. Joroth takes Wendune aside to speak privately, if you allow him.
Okay.
And he says that since you're alive, essentially, I'm going to head back up and report. And
Okay.
I assume you'd like to continue your mission yourself.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Glad to see you're alive. And he's going to go with Fiona and them to return to the surface.
I want to ask Fiona if they managed to go up to Waterdeep before they got caught up in all this.
They did. She's. If you remember Fiona, it's been a long time, months ago, I think, that you talked to her last,
Yeah.
as far as in real time.
It's been a month since we even played.
And we had suggested her go check out the Troll School.
Yep. She goes, "Oh yes, we did go. It was a good time." And she's kind of exhausted from the battle and upset at another team member who's been lost at the news of Four Fingers. Also been dead, and she's kind of wistful about it. It was our last good time together. We'll always remember it, and the fine folks at Troll Skull Manor made it a memorable one. Troll Skull Tavern.
So everything looked proper. Everything was going well there.
She says, "Well, it was a little run down and didn't seem very crowded, but the ale was good, the food was good. The ghost was a nice touch."
Well, we never had
he's a good
big
guy.
crowded place.
Yeah, well, from her description, you guys feel like, from her description, at least from what you remember, it's been several weeks since you've been there, but you remember your tavern being pretty hopping as far as
Yeah,
the
not run down, definitely.
and kept in good condition. So you're not certain what she means by run down, and
What do you mean by run down? I asked her.
he's like, "Well, when we arrived, we were the only ones there, and the only patrons there, and they had to dust off the tables for us. They're a little dusty,
Oh, that's not good.
but otherwise, it was good. They were happy to have us. They said that business had been slow."
Wonder why.
But then you also remember that there was quite a calamity happened to Waterdeep before you came down here. Those great statues had
Oh yeah, you're right.
crashed through. the city.
Yeah.
So people don't have a lot of money since they're still rebuilding everything.
Yeah, and she does tell you a bit about their rebuilding, but it's going to be a slow process. And the city of Waterdeep, Brandon, before when the campaign began, these giant statues kind of waded through, kind of Godzilla style, destroying buildings left and right.
That town doesn't ever fare well.
Grell is listening to all this, and he's going to offer to assist them on their way back up to the surface. He wants to see what became of his people.
His people? He's leaving?
He's from the Barbarian tribes from hundreds of years ago.
Oh.
But I will tell him if he needs to have a place to get his bearings and figure out what his next move is, he can stay at Troll School.
Well, I appreciate that.
Tell Tony Boots. We hope he's keeping the place in tip-top shape. Okay.
All right. He agrees to regale the message.
I'm just gonna lazily throw this thing in the water.
All right. You head past the body of Marta.
Hey, did we loot her?
Hey, no, we didn't. And we don't disrespect the
What's she
dead. We
got?
just take their belongings.
Yeah.
Okay. Do an investigation check.
That's a pretty dress.
Oh, I did that. I did good that time.
15.
Yeah, you did. 10,
That's pretty good. For -1.
20 for Melannor.
Okay.
Need to be better.
As you search her pockets, she was being held in that cell. You're not sure the story behind what the deal is with her, why she turned on you. You never got a chance to ask.
Yeah,
But
okay.
she does have a magical piece of equipment. Her dress is magical.
Oh, what? What does it do?
I knew it was going to be something like that.
It is a dress of defense. It has several decorative armor plates that are hidden within the folds of this dress that increases the +1 to AC if you're wearing no other armor. You can use a shield and still gain this benefit. As a bonus action, you can use a command word to cause the armored plates to emit a protective magical force to increase the AC to 3 for plus 3 for 1 minute. All right, you have a dress of defense in your inventory, George, if you want to distribute it as you see fit. For the sake of expediency, you make it through this area. The spiders that, we'll say you stealth through any spiders that are left behind, you make short work of them. Heading down, 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 and you return to your boat.
Oh, my boat. Whoa.
The boat's still here.
Or the little symbol of Lolth into the river. Just tink.
All right.
Up.
You throw the symbol of Lolth into the river.
Nope.
You toss it in a whoosh as the waves carry the symbol down into the depths of this slow-moving river at this stage of where it is. And you remember the Mad Mage promised to meet you if you did this for him. And you've held up your end of the bargain. And you wait. And you wait.
Let's just go on the boat.
Until finally you see the black gondola coming up the river towards you from darkness. The Mad Mage within it grinning ear to ear with the skeletal ferryman behind him pushing him along. And he claps his hands like thunder and he shouts, "Well done! Well done! I never believed in you, and you made it through anyway! Well done!"
I wouldn't believe in us either.
And he kind of claps his hands. "Oh, those drow are finally through and out of my hair, at least on this level anyway."
That demon thing was ridiculous.
I was watching the whole time. The audience just ate it up. Especially when you almost died. And then you turned on your friend and practically killed him. It's great. And then he's saying all this from his gondola as it continues to kind of flow downstream past you. What?
Is that the reward?
What is it? What do you want?
You promised a reward. You promised.
Oh, right, fine. And he kind of snaps his fingers, and appearing in front of you, floating in the air, is a feather. Just kind of floating there, suspended in the air in front of you. And there you go. Use it in good faith. Don't say I never gave you anything. And this feather just kind of floating there in front of you, and then it kind of starts to cascade down, falling down to
I take it. I pick it up.
Okay.
Seriously, I cast identify on it.
It is called a Qualls Feather Token. Qualls Feather Token. It's a tiny object, looks like a feather.
Looks okay.
And it has a different single-use effect that I can either choose randomly or from this list.
Oh, what's on the list?
What this one in particular does is that if you were to use an action to plant it into the ground, it will grow into a 60-foot tall oak tree. Has a 5-foot diameter trunk. Its branches spread out in a 20-foot radius around it. It has to be done into an unoccupied space with soil and outside.
Why?
It has to be outdoors. Are you wishing to take a rest? Is that what I heard?
Yes, long rest.
Very long rest.
All right, you're going to use the camper's respite
Yep.
to create your little magical tent. All right.
I'm out of everything. I have no abilities left. I have one first level spell slot available. I can heal somebody for 4 points.
Well, to me, that sounds like a job well done. So Draken pulls out the camper's respite rod that magically forms into a tent with a little bit of a kind of a larger on the inside than it looks on the outside. It comfortably fits all of you to allow a long rest in a comfortable, warm, semi-protective location. And you all level up.
Yes! Yes.
For real?
Yes.
For real?
Really?
Yes! We haven't leveled up since level 1.
You're
Yeah,
Okay, then.
that's
you're now level 10.